I remember one time I was talking to a coworker and telling her about how like sometimes I've argued with my friends. And I remember she would be like, "Oh, well, that's so weird because I've never argued with my friend. It's been 10 years." And I always thought that was so weird that like in the 10 years of their friendship, they had never argued. Because the point of why I was telling her why I argue with my friends is that I only argue with people I care about. Like if I don't know you, I'm not going to argue with you. I remember one time there's this one girl I was interested in, right? I would talk to this woman for like 5 days, right? And I was annoyed because she didn't respond to one of my text messages in like 2 days. And you may say, what's the big deal with that, right? Well, it wasn't so much that because I could assume that she was probably busy. But the issue was, is when she responded, she made like some really dumb excuse about how I'm just so busy and I just have so many unanswered calls and text messages. And I'll be honest, I was very blunt with her. I was like, well, what's the point of giving out your number if you're going to take 3 to 5 business days to respond to people? Like, don't you think it's unfair to those people? And maybe that was a little bit harsh. I probably should have just left it there. But I told her that, and of course, she did take it very well. And she left a very long text message, being very angry. But like after that text message, I just respond, "Alrighty," because I wasn't gonna argue with her because I didn't have a connection with her really past like just knowing her for 5 days. So I just left it at that. And you may ask, why argue with people you care about? Because I believe arguing with people you love will more likely actually lead to some resolution than random people or like your peers. Like I don't argue with random people like that because I know it's not going to lead anything because what I say does not matter to you because I haven't built up the trust in you to make you like love me or want to listen to what I say. Whereas I've had several times when I have argued with my mom or with my best friend where it's led to resolutions and we've actually made up after that because I think when we argue with people that we care about, we're able to kind of get more what we were feeling that we may not always be able to say naturally. Because I don't think it's very natural for people to be as direct and just give you like constructive criticisms like, hey, you hurt me in this way, right? Even though I think you should. I think sometimes it kind of just boils over and we get an argument. But I think when it comes to people you care about, there can actually be something fruitful out of the interaction. um, I think it's very important to argue with your friends because people forget argument does not always mean that, oh, you guys are yelling at each other and you're throwing plates around. And it's very violent. Like, if you look up the definition of argument, it's just a disagreement, typically a heated one, but it doesn't always have to be heated. I think it's very important for us to argue with people we care about and to actually come to some kind of conclusion because a lot of times people don't know, like I said earlier, don't know how to really properly express themselves until they're a lot more annoying. And yeah, I mean, I think it's very much important to argue with people you care about rather than strangers. Like I'm not going to put my energy into someone who fundamentally does not care what I say. And I've grown so much from arguing with my friends and all that. But yeah, that's all I have to leave you. I'm not really feeling the best today. But y'all have a great day, okay?